There it is. The Minnesota Timberwolves jumped out to a 2-0 series lead, winning 2 games on the road in Denver. Denver follows suit by winning 2 games in Minnesota. Now the series is tied at 2. Game 5 is in Denver. And much of the talk around the series about what people are saying is the fact that Minnesota squandered opportunity to take a 3-0, 3-1, or even sweep the series against Denver. But we have to give Denver much more credit than what they're being given right now. We have to remember that Denver is a championship level team. Denver is one of the most proficient and efficient offensive teams in the modern era. Listen, this Denver team has dealt with adversity, at least last year, and they have championship pedigree. But we have to look at the adjustments that Denver made, not necessarily what Minnesota isn't doing. We have to look at the adjustments that Denver made. The biggest adjustment that Denver made in this series, particularly in Game 4, is the movement for Aaron Gordon from being off the ball to being the primary ball handler. Because if you notice what was happening when Jamal Murray was bringing the ball up, they were pressuring him 94 feet, Jaden McDaniels was, and the other defensive players on Minnesota, which is causing Jamal Murray to become worn out, tired, fatigued, and it was causing Denver to get into the offense much later in the shot clock, which led to more difficult shots and more difficult scoring opportunities for Denver. But what Mike Malone did is he moved Aaron Gordon over to the primary ball handler to allow him to initiate the offense, to allow Denver to get into their offense more quickly, because they weren't doubling. Minnesota was not doubling Aaron Gordon when he was bringing the ball up, and quite frankly, they weren't pressuring him either. And that Denver can do that because Jamal Murray plays well off the ball. He's not someone that needs the ball in his hand to be proficient offensively. He moves well off the ball. He moves well off the cuts and off of pin downs and staggers, so he can be proficient offensively. And we already know Jokic is one of the best players in the NBA, and that's why Denver was able to be more proficient offensively, and also that nullified the physicality that Minnesota was bringing defensively, because now they're not pressuring Aaron Gordon 94 feet the way that they were Jamal Murray. They're not doubling Aaron Gordon as soon as he gets past half court the way they were Jamal Murray and Reggie Jackson and their other primary ball handlers. Because what Minnesota doesn't want to do, they don't want to double whoever's just bringing the ball up the court. Because depending on who you can't double off of Jamal Murray. And you really don't want to double off of Michael Porter Jr. And it's a smart move by Mike Malone. That's why Minnesota's not doubling Aaron Gordon when he's bringing the ball up the court. That's why they're not pressuring Aaron Gordon when he brings the ball up the court. But you can't bring pressure. You can't bring double off of Murray or off of Porter, because those are great shooters off the catch. And that's why Minnesota isn't doubling Aaron Gordon when he brings the ball up the court. And it's a great move, great strategical change by Mike Malone. And it completely nullifies the physicality that Minnesota brings defensively. So now what happens is what Minnesota needs to do in order to nullify Aaron Gordon bringing the ball up the court is you need to shift your defensive rotation now towards Murray. You want to shift the rotation towards Murray. And what I mean by that is that you still want to pressure Aaron Gordon, but you want to shift the ball away from the side. So if I'm on ball against Aaron Gordon, I'm shifting Aaron Gordon away from Jamal Murray. I'm shifting him away from the ball from Jamal Murray. And if you're guarding Jamal Murray, you can face guard Jamal Murray. You don't have to face guard Michael Porter, but you can face guard Jamal Murray and prevent him from getting the ball. And I know that's difficult to do, and I know that might lead to backdoor cuts that Jokic might be able to find, but that's how I would nullify it if I was Minnesota. I would if I'm on ball on Aaron Gordon, I'm shifting him away from the opposite side that Jamal Murray is on, and I'm face guarding Jamal Murray as well. Those are the adjustments I would make if I'm Minnesota. Um, but listen, we have to understand in basketball, listen, we can play chess moves all day, but at the end of the day, you're taking something away to give something up. But whatever you give up, you have to be willing to live with that. So if you're willing to live with the back doors that Jamal Murray might get on the face guard, okay, that's fine. But we're not going to live with him just catching the ball. That's your thought process if you're Minnesota. But great strategical move by Mike Malone and him putting Aaron Gordon as the primary ball handler. But I'll be excited to see how this matchup goes tonight in Game 5. I do believe Minnesota will win this series, or sorry, win this game. But I do believe it'll be a close game. It won't be a blowout. It'll be a close game. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Leave your thoughts in the chat room. Let me know what you guys think. I'm looking forward to hearing all about it. But with that being said, guys, that's it for our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a wonderful show. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, so you guys can stay up to date to all of our latest content. And if you'd like to support our network and our company, you can do so by following the link in the ticker below. It's streamelements.com/startedbodyshow/tip. Once again, it's streamelements.com/startedbodyshow/tip. None of this is possible as you guys are fans. We're so grateful and honored for all the love and support you show us. And if you'd like to get exclusive content from our channel, be sure to follow us on Patreon as well. You can do so by going to patreon.com, clicking on the search bar, and typing in "Sorry to Bother You" show. With that being said, guys, we'll be back again on Thursday, same time, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until then, guys, continue to stay safe, be vigilant, make smart decisions, and